So we are going to start by rolling the shoulders. So deep breath, in through nose, out through mouth. Big circles. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to change direction, opposite way. Three, 2, 1. Drop the head. Big circle all the way around. You get to the front, change direction, bring it back. All the way around and all the way back. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, hands on hips, feet shoulder apart. We're going to do a little circle when we get to the front, change direction, bring it back. Don't move through the hips here. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, feet together, hands underneath, bend the knees slightly, straight back, circle around, and circle back. All the way around, all the way back. Three, 2, and 1. Last one, we're going to move on to the ankles. So out onto the toe, big circle around, and all the way back. Four, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to swap the opposite side around. Four, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to go feet a little bit wider than shoulder apart. What we're going to do is going to lean out to one side and back. So staying up here first. We're just leaning out and back, stretching the inside of the hips, inside the thigh. Moving through the glutes. So squeeze your glutes to move. So squeezing your bum to push yourself back over to your side. As we do that now, we're going to slowly come down into a squat. And across, cross. Just go as low as you can while still moving side to side. Shoulders back, heads up. Four, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to slowly come back up. While still moving across and across, keeping our back straight the whole time as well. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's bring the hands out in front of us. So we're going to roll our shoulders back and down first. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull our shoulders back, squeeze them together, and push them forward. Back, and squeeze them forward. So the goal here is to move just through shoulder blades. Pull back, squeeze. We're not bending our elbows at all. We're just moving through each one. Squeeze, back, and forward. Really engage those back muscles. We're using them, pulling those shoulder blades together and back. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to bring them up overhead now. If you can't do that, do continue with the in front of you, and you're going to pull them down and back up. So we're actually removing our shoulder blades here, pushing them up. So imagine you're pushing them down into your back pockets and lifting up, down and lifting up. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Shake it out. Into roll the shoulders a bit around. Okay. What we're going to do next is we're going to stand up tall. And what I want you to do is kind of just bend your head and roll, slowly just bending over. You can bend your knees if you need to. But we're going to hang. And we're making that movement, try and get as much of that through our spine. If you need to bend your knees too, but we want to try and keep our legs relatively straight, and we're just letting our body hang down the whole way. Head goes heavy. Just let, and don't hold yourself up. And from there, we're going to start coming back up. We're going to imagine we're stacking each individual vertebrae on top to come back up. Slowly all the way back up. Standing up tall. We're going to go again. Again, just heavy. Slowly round through. Moving through our spinal flexion and extension. Coming as low as you can. Maybe you can go a little bit further this time. Back up. Moving that whole spine. And we're going to go once more down. All the way. Hanging. And down. Hold for a second, just let yourself hang really loose. And slowly back up once more. And all the way up. Okay. Alright. Let's bring it down to the mat. We are going to lie on our side. And we're going to support our head with our bottom hand. From there, we're going to lift our leg up and slowly lower. So exhale up, inhale lower. Make sure our core is really tight here. Up and back down. All the way up, back down. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to hold it up and we're going to draw a circle now with our heel without rocking back and forth. So keep your core really tight. We're not going to rock, we're going to move. Slow circle here. Using those glute muscles. Underutilized muscles. 3, 2, 1. We're going to bring the opposite direction. So now we don't want to rock back and forth as we do this. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg across the body. And we're going to push the inside sole of the opposite foot up towards the ceiling. So exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. We're going to breathe through each one. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We are going to flip onto the other side. Again, same thing. We're going to start resting, sitting on our side. I'm going to lift up, and back down. Exhale up, and back down. So again, just using that hip muscle here, smaller glute muscles, lift up and lower, keeping that core really tight to keep yourself balanced. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to start to draw that circle with our heel. Again, just small circle. We don't want to rock back and forth doing it. Keep it nice and controlled. You might find one side is harder than the other to do. That's all right, completely normal. And change direction opposite way. Big circle. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to lower, bringing that knee across the body again. And we're going to, using the inside of the bottom foot, we can lift up as high as we can. Exhale up, inhale lower. All the way up and slowly lower. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's go on to our back. So we're going to lie flat on our back. Well, first thing we're going to do is going to pull your belly button in. So make sure there's no a gap between your mat or your back and the floor. So pulling right down, core is engaged. We're going to lift one leg up and slowly lower. So we're aiming to use our hip flexor muscles here, just lifting up as high as you can. Slowly lower. We're not letting that back lift up off the mat as we do this either. All the way up and back down. Just that one leg, the other one staying planted, the core is staying engaged the whole time. Four, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to swap to the opposite side, so up and lower. Exhale up, slowly lower. Again, pull that belly button in, keep your core really tight here, and back down. Again, with these, you might find one is harder than the other, that's normal. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. 4, 3, 2, and one last one, all the way up and back down. Okay, you're going to bring that first leg up again, but bending the knee, and you're going to bring it in towards you and push out. So in and push out. Bend the knee, pull up as far as you can, and back out. Now we're still using our hip flexors. As we come out, try and engage your glute to push it out. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Leg down. Second leg comes up, bend the knee, lift it up as close as you can, and push out. In and push out. Move that leg, keep it going. Again, want to keep that back pressed into the mat, keeping that core engaged. It's easy to forget about. Four, 3, 2, and last one, and down. Okay, we're going to bring our feet up, so feet are planted into the mat, shoulder back and down. We're keeping that back press into the mat, and we're going to slowly lift up into a glute bridge, and slowly lower. So squeeze the glutes, lift up, keep yourself really, really tense here. Come all the way up and all the way back down. And back down. That's it. Exhale, squeeze up. Making sure that's coming from our glutes. We're pushing us up off the ground. We're not lifting through our hips. We're squeezing and pushing up. Four, 3, 2, and last one here. We're actually going to hold it up when you get to the top. So squeeze up, hold, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core. Be really solid here, feeling that right here. Four, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to slowly bring that down. From there, we're going to take our ankle up, stack it on top of the leg, lift up, hands in between your legs, and just pull in towards you. Just pull as close as you can. Where you feel a nice slight stretch, should be on the glute, the outside of the leg. If you want to bring a bit of a hamstring stretch into it, you can extend the opposite leg. Try and point your toe down towards you as well while doing this. Three, 2, 1, let it down. Leg comes down, we're going to swap to the opposite side. Lift up that leg, hands in between the legs and pull towards you. Get into that stretch first, and then if you want, you can extend the other leg up into a hamstring stretch. Or you can leave it just on the leg that's bent. Four, 3, 2, 1, let it down. Both legs come down to the mat. Okay, I'm going to sit up. So, toes back now, put your hands behind your back. If you need to, what we're going to do is we're going to bring one leg in, bend the knee. You can just step it to the outside of your opposite leg. We're going to take an inhale, lift up. Now you can either hold and twist, or and make it a little bit harder, get your elbow outside that knee, and we're going to exhale and twist around. Just as far as comfortable for you. Looking over that back shoulder. If you feel comfortable to do so, you can see about walking a little bit further away. If not, just stay where you are. Inhale, exhale, bring it all the way back to the front. We're going to let that one out. We're going to bring it to the opposite side. Again, bring it up outside the opposite knee. One hand comes behind. We're going to inhale, lift up. You can either hug or get the elbow outside and just twist around as far as you can. Again, you can walk a little bit further if you can. Three, 2, 1, all the way back around. And let it go. Okay, we're going to lie back flat here again. So what we're going to do is our shoulders back and down. We're going to bring one knee up. We're going to bring it across the body. You're going to grab the outside of that knee with the opposite hand. So twisting ourselves around slightly, just as much as comfortable for you. You're going to keep your shoulder, opposite shoulder, flat. So knee that is twisted. You want that shoulder flat. And bring the hand out as far as you can. So you can bring this lower if you need to. You can bring it higher, or you can bring it up even higher. So we're going to get a bit of chest stretch into it. And then we want to look in the direction of that hand. So the opposite way our knee is going. But you can have the shoulder height, you can have it slightly further if you need. You can drop it lower, or you can drop it higher, or bring it higher as well. Three, 2, 1, let it go, bring it around. Gonna bring that opposite knee up now and across. So across the body, grab it with the outside hand, hand at the knee. It can either be at shoulder height, above shoulder height, or below shoulder height, whichever amount of stretch you want to get into your chest muscles. And we're going to look over in the direction of that hand that's reaching out. Keep breathing the whole time as well. Three, 2, 1, bring it back around. Okay, we're going to come into our box position. So that is our hips are directly above our knees and our shoulders are directly above our arms. We're going to start with a shoulder rolls. Roll the shoulders forward and roll them back. All the way around. and all the way back. Getting as much movement as we can through each one here. You might find it's difficult, especially if you spend a lot of time sitting at a desk. But we want to get that movement in those shoulders. It's good to do when we can. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, from there we're going to reach one leg out and one arm out. We're going to keep ourselves as balanced as possible here and back in. So the goal here is not to rotate. And keep yourself as balanced as possible. If you need to, if you're finding you're very rotated, very unbalanced, just do the leg and the hand out. So the aim, as I said, we want to rotate as little as possible. A straight line out, straight line back. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. We're going to swap to the opposite side. So again, out as far as we can and back. Again, with these, you might find that you're a little bit more unbalanced on one side. That's okay. Reach out as far as you can and back and out and back. Keeping that core nice and tight, keeping yourself as balanced as possible. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Let's sit back onto the heels. Pull our hands as far forward as we can. You can either grip the mat and pull forward more, or you can just let your hands relax. Up to yourself which one you go for. We'll walk our hands over one side. Bring your hands back to center. I'm going to walk into the opposite side. And back to center. We're going to bring ourselves down, lying flat on the mat. Okay. You can put your hands by your side at your temples or out in front of you. And what we're going to do is we're going to just lift up as high as we can, keeping our feet in contact with the mat. And down. So exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. Four, 3, 2, 1. We're going to make a little pillow with our arms for our head, and then we're just going to lift up one of our legs as far as we can. So we're going to want to make that extension come from the glute. So squeeze, lift up and lower, lift up and lower. Staying on the same side here. Four, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to swap to the opposite side. So again, lift it up towards the ceiling. Aim to push that heel towards the ceiling. But we want that lift coming from the glute. You want to feel that squeeze to lift back each time. Again, with these, you might find one is harder than the other. The aim is to lift up as much as you can and lower. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, I'm going to come up, I'm going to sit up. So I'm going to say cross-legged, you can sit whatever way you want. But what I want to do is bring your hand forward and just pull from the fingers as much as you can. So we're stretching our wrist a bit here. We're going to work into our hand in a second as well. Okay, we're going to pull down. Very simple one here, anyone can do. Bring it up again. And we're going to go down once more. Okay, we're going to swap to the opposite side. Bring the other hand, pull the fingers back, pushing that hand nice forward. Pull it down. And bring it forward again. Or pull it forward, pull it back. And we're going to bring it down. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring your hands together like in a kind of prayer sign. What I want you to do is push your fingers back to one side and push back with the other. Try to stretch out the hand here as much as possible. So push one side and push the other side. You might actually find this tighter than you realise. Just hold it for a few seconds. Let them stretch out. Pop to the opposite side. Let them stretch out. And across. Okay, last one of this here. You're going to hold your hands and you're going to open them as much as you can and push the fingers as wide and as far back as you can. Just the way they are. You can move your hand back if you want, but you want to just open that hand out as much as you can. Surprise the stretch you get in this. Let it go, shake it out, go again. Again, we're opening those fingers as wide as we can. Let it go, shake it out once more. And let it go, shake it out. Okay. We're going to come up onto the knees here. So we're going to bring one leg forward, one leg back. Keep yourselves up nice and tall. Squeeze the glute. And you're going to push out into that stretch. So just going to hold it there. Pushing that knee over the toe. Letting that front of that hip open up. We've activated a bit here. Now we're just going to open it up a little bit. So keep that front foot planted. Keep it as stable as possible. Your upper body up tall as well. Okay, we're going to inhale. As we exhale, we're going to sit back. Keep that leg as straight as you can. There might be a slight bend in the knee. You can keep your foot down to make the stretch less intense, or if you want to make it a little bit harder on yourself, point the toe towards the ceiling. Stretching out that hamstring. We're going to inhale. As we exhale, let's bring it forward again. Into that stretch, open up that hip. I'm going to bring it back once more. Inhale, exhale, bring it back. And once more, let's bring it forward. And from there, we're going to pivot the back foot back. Walk that foot out. And just sitting up tall as well. If you need to bring your hands to the mat for balance, but if you can, just stay up tall. I'm going to stretch your inside of the thigh again. 3, 2, 1. You can walk it back in, back to the knees. We're going to change direction here. So opposite leg is going to go forward. Sorry, forgotten I lost which one I am. Opposite leg goes forward. We're pushing that knee over that toe. Open up the opposite hip. Yeah, just pushing that knee over the toe if you can. If you're bending forward to do so, don't. You want to keep that front foot nice and flat. Inhale and exhale. Sit back again. You can lift the toe if you want. You can keep the toe planted. I'm going to inhale and exhale. Bring it forward, pushing that knee forward as far as you can. I'm going to sit back once more again, all the way back. Sit back onto that heel. Now we'll bring it forward again, last one here. So keeping ourselves up tall here. And from there, you're going to pivot that back leg back and walk out the other foot, just staying into that stretch. Keep yourself up tall as well. If you need to, bring your hands to the mat. Again, we're opening up the inside of that thigh. Okay, we're going to walk it back in, standing up. Going to interlock fingers behind the back, lift it up as high as you can. Pushing those shoulder blades together, just lifting up as high as you can. Every time you exhale, you can bring it a little bit higher too. You can, don't worry. And again, once more. And if you can, just stay where you are. I'm going to inhale, exhale, hop the arms the other way, pushing our shoulder blades as far away as you can. You can drop the head as well. You're going to turn and face center, but you don't have to turn. We're going to lift up, hands up towards the ceiling, push up as high as we can. Bring your arms over to one side. Back up to center. Over to the opposite side. And back to center and let it go. Well done, guys. Great work this morning.